So, I'm here. We're doing this video on Chapter 5, Sensation and Perception, and I have with me the grand Tony Venzer. And I chose Tony because he has done very recently a stay in our correctional facility here in Colorado. Which one was it? Sterling Correctional Facility. And how long were you there?
This last time?
Mm-hmm.
4 months.
Okay. And then I wanted to incorporate him in this because I feel that his perception of his prison stay could help us out in this video. So I'm just going to ask him a couple quick questions and we can go from there. Upon my research, I did learn that inmates who are released from long-term prison stays often face significant mental health challenges, which research indicates that incarceration can exacerbate pre-existing mental health conditions and create new ones due to the stress, isolation, and trauma experienced during imprisonment. So we're just going to talk about that and his insights on that. So did you have any pre-existing mental health conditions before prison?
No.
Honestly?
Not really. Nothing that I was diagnosed with.
Okay. Well, diagnosed or not,
Yes.
what would you say that they were?
What? My mental health issues?
Mm-hmm.
Like medically speaking, like in professional way, they say that I'm diagnosed with schizoaffective bipolar disorder.
Okay.
They also say that I am manic depressant and have a social anxiety disorder.
Okay. And how long do you recall that? Like, what's your earliest memory of that?
Of
having those?
Yeah. Young, like 7 or 8 years old.
Okay. And then, so also, do you think that your mental health played a role in your criminal behavior leading to your imprisonment?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. And then my next question is, were you ever in solitary confinement, and for how long?
What
was your longest?
A few times, and the longest was like 34 days.
Straight?
Yeah.
For what?
Getting caught with tattoo equipment.
Oh my gosh. And how did that time in solitary confinement, like?
It's rough. Those are the roughest. Is when you're in the hole.
What is it like?
All the things that you're on medication for become things that you know why you're on medications for, because they all come to the surface when you're in solitary confinement. Did
your reality kind of change when you were in solitary confinement?
Sure.
Yeah. In a positive or a negative way?
Negative, yeah.
For sure.
There was no time conception. It was in a negative way for sure.
And so when they say solitary confinement, that is where you're by yourself in a cell. There's no double man cell.
Single cell, hour out every day to for hygiene, and then back in your cell for.
That's it. Just hygiene in that hour?
Hour, that's it.
I guess my next question would be that, so with that being said, your mental state while in solitary confinement, do you think that you would, given the chance, spend an additional hour out doing anything else? Like, because I know if I was by myself in solitary confinement, like, I'd probably be depressed to the point where I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, you just want to kind of be in your cell.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what brought you out of that solitary? Like, was it just because of the time frame?
Yeah, they had to let me out.
Yeah.
Right.
So it wasn't contingent on good behavior or anything that. Okay. So my next question, I guess, would be, looking back, did your incarceration help you in any way?
Yeah.
In what way?
It gives you time to really think.
About all the things.
Everything.
All the things. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then that question, looking back on your incarceration, did it help your mental health in any way?
No.
Overall.
To help it?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that was a silly question.
Yeah.
And then, so I did more research briefly, and I will link it into the video somehow, some way, about individuals and their success rate when they are released from prison, which I cannot remember the exact number. But would you say that since being released from prison, your mental health has come back to a healthier level? And because of that healthier level, do you think that you're capable of being in a good percentage of being successful?
I guess so, yeah.
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 And then I guess what actions or steps are you involved in to meet your mental health needs?
I'm in therapy, classes, just anything to actually kind of take up my idle time, so.
And I guess my last question would be, what are your major takeaways from your stay in prison?
My major takeaways.
As far as like mental health, like did you learn anything new, or did you go to like new highs and new lows with your mental health, like that you were unaware of?
Yeah, highs and lows. I mean, there are good days, bad days. At the end of the day. Yeah.
And I lied. One more question. Would you go back?
Yes, I would.
No.
No.
No, definitely not. All right. Well, that concludes our little interview on mental health. It's probably not the greatest, but it will have to do. And I just want to thank my good friend Tony here.
A good friend.
Yeah, good friend.